Hi everyone. So in this class, we will be discussing about the grammar section, right? And in our previous class, we have discussed about the writing section where we have focused on the diary entry, right? We have discussed about the note making as well. And in the last class of writing section, we have covered the letter writing part, right? Where we have talked about the format of letter writing, right? Informal as well as formal one, and the differences between formal and informal, right? And today, in this class, we will be discussing about the grammar section. And in this class, right, in this class of grammar section, we will be covering the part of speech part, right? So the first one is what is part of speech, right? Part of speech are those words, right? We can say that it refers to those words, right, which tell us about the different role that they are playing in the sentence, right? See, if we were to take an example of some word and we are not aware of its role, right? We are not aware of the role that particular word is playing in a sentence, and then it will make no sense, right? So what we need is to make the sense, to make a sense in a sentence, what we need is we need to be aware of the role that particular word is playing, right? Such as, let's take an example here, right? She is crying, right? So here in this sentence, to make the sense of that sentence, she is crying, we need to know that she is pronoun, right? And crying is action mode, verb, right? If we are unaware of the verb, we are unaware of the pronoun, then the sentences, right? The sentences and that particular sentence, she is crying, which make no sense to us, right? So to make a sense, what we need is we need to know the vote and its role that they are playing, right? And that is the role, that is what part of speech is doing, right? Part of speech is telling us about those words, right? Those category words that describe its role, right? And part of speech, what part of speech does is part of speech help us in letting us know the functions of that word, right? Part of speech helps us in improving our writing part, right? If we are aware of the words and its category, then it will be easy for us to write a letter, right? It will be easy for us to write a contain, right? So what part of speech does is it tells us about its function, right? It tells us about the function that a word is playing, right? And it tells us about the steps. It improves our writing, right? Then comes the different part of speech, and those part of speech covers 8 different parts, right? The first one is noun, followed by pronoun. Then comes the adjectives, verb, adverb, right? Then comes the preposition, conjunction, and the last one is interjection, right? And from next slide, what we will be doing is we will be discussing about those part of speech in detail, right? And the first one is noun. अब noun का मतलब क्या होता है कि noun is a word that refers to a name of a place, things, and animal. Right? See here, what we are doing is we are talking about a name. Right? We are talking about a name of a place. It can either be of a name of things as well. Right? So those are nouns. Right? So let's take an example here. Satish is listening. Right? So here Satish is a name. Right? Satish is a name of a person. Right? So Satish is a noun. Right? I am going to Delhi. Right? Here Delhi is the noun because Delhi is the name of place. Right? Tiger is pouncing. Right? Tiger is pouncing on his prey, which means tiger is the noun because tiger is the name of animal. Right? So those things, right, that contains the name. It can either be of place, it can be of things, it can be of animals. It's called nouns. Right? Then comes the different types of noun, which is collective noun. Then comes the common noun. Then comes the personal noun. Right? And it is very easy to grasp the meaning of types of nouns from the name itself, right? See here, we are talking about the common noun, right? Then it talks or it tells us about those nouns that is common, right? Say puppy, right? Puppy refers to those animal that is the children of the dog, right? So puppy is the common, right? Puppy is the common name for those little kid of dog, right? So puppy is the common noun. Likewise, the example given here is Delhi, country, right? Delhi is the name of place, which means Delhi is a noun, right? Country means country is the place where a person belongs to, right? So country is the common noun. Then comes the pronoun. Now see, pronouns में क्या होता है? Pronouns are those words, right? Pronouns उन word को refer करता है that we use in the place of noun. हम noun की जगह जो word को use करते हैं, those are called pronouns, right? See, the example is Rima is eating, right? So here the noun is Rima, right? And in the next sentence, what we are doing is we are replacing the Rima with she, right? She is listening as well, right? So she is what we use in the place of Rima, right? So she is what we use in the place of noun, which is Rima in the first sentence, right? So the she here is pronoun. Right? So the example is he, she, it, right? And the types of those pronouns are personal pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, and interrogative pronouns, right?